Hey guys! In this video, we will look at the top 7 best travel cameras available on the market today. We made this list based on our own opinion, research, and customer reviews. We've considered their quality, features, and values when narrowing down the best choices possible. If you want more information and updated pricing on the products mentioned, check the links in the description box below. So, here are the top 7 travel cameras. Number 1. Canon PowerShot G7X Mark III. If you want to up your travel photography game and wow your pals back at home, the Canon PowerShot G7X Mark III is an excellent choice. It's a nice step up from previous versions of the same recipe from Canon, offering a perky performance and great image quality. The capable 4.2x optical zoom lens lets in plenty of light at its widest, f/1.8 aperture, giving a natural separation between subjects and the background. It's a great option for image stabilization. It's compact enough to fit in a pocket or purse yet has enough advanced controls to sink your teeth into, including a nifty stacked mode/exposure compensation control, letting you flip between shooting video and stills or control the exposure of photos with a flick of your thumb, and a large dial around the lens. Touchscreen controls make the G7X III approachable, too, and the menus are fully optimized to make tapping around easy. Number 2. Canon PowerShot G7X Mark II. This previous generation PowerShot is a fantastic camera that you can probably get at a great price. It shares many of its core assets with our top pick in this guide, such as a similar 4.2x zoom lens, a similar overall design, and a similar sensor. Unfortunately, this camera fell behind in speed, image quality, and features, which is why it scored a little bit behind its more modern sibling. Number 3. Canon G9X Mark II. This compact PowerShot is one of our favorite cameras for beginners. Not only does the touch-friendly control style make it easy to use, but image quality is pretty darn good as well. It's awesome for what it is, but its less capable 3x optical zoom lens put it behind the G7X Mark III. Because there's no flexible rear display, it's harder to get off-angle shots like dramatic low angles of architecture or overhead images of crowds. We think you'll like this camera, but it's not the all-rounder that the G7X III manages to be. So get your brand new product mentioned, check the links in the description box below. Number 4. Panasonic Lumix LX10. If you're on a tight budget, the Panasonic Lumix LX10 is the way to go. It's not as zippy as the Canon, but it turns out pleasing images. The marquee feature is the double zoom you get at 10x optical. This makes the LX10 is a bit bigger and heavier than the Canon, but it's still super easy to tote on a wrist strap or in a small bag. What also gives the LX10 a little edge is the inclusion of a tiny but still useful electronic viewfinder. The EVF is a big help if you're on vacay somewhere with unrelenting sunshine that makes the rear display hard to see. Compared to more expensive cameras in its class, the Lumix LX10 holds its own with image quality, but be aware that this camera's older guts mean it can seem a little pokey when trying to focus on a subject. And although it has a handy touchscreen, it's fixed to the rear of the camera, making it less flexible to use in certain situations. Finally, the LX10 lost points when it comes to ergonomics, due to its slippery metal body and wimpy grip. But, for the money, the LX10 is still impressive and would make a fine addition to your sling bag the next time you go on holiday. Number 5. Sony RX100. The older Sony RX100 is a fantastic camera, but it's starting to show its age. Compact though it may be, we found that for the money, there are better values to be had. Its 3.6x zoom lens doesn't have a whole lot of reach, and its older processor and sensor means more noise and a tougher time in low light conditions. Number 6. Canon SX70HS. This traditional, so-called bridge zoom camera, a camera that's physically like a DSLR but that operates like a simpler point-and-shoot camera, is a long-time favorite among travelers. Its compact body and nice grip make it a breeze to use. That's not even mentioning its prodigious zoom. 65x optical gives you a lot of reaches to zoom in on distant objects. Unfortunately, this camera's small sensor means image quality is often far worse than a phone, and things like haze and heat can make the lens less useful than you'd think when you start to zoom in close. The SX70HS is fine for what it is, as the bigger body and viewfinder make it easy to use, but the tech inside likely won't yield the top-notch images you're looking for. So get your brand new product mentioned, check the links in the description box below. Number 7. Nikon P900. Nikon's last super zoom has a whopping lens with 83x optical zoom, But we found this to be just too unwieldy for travel. Even though it has a deep grip, the big barrel of the lens makes it the size of a DSLR. And then there's the tiny sensor behind all that lens, which puts out somewhat mediocre photos. At that point, you might as well pick a DSLR like our favorite camera for beginners, the Nikon D3500, available at Amazon for $396.95, which is lighter and more compact overall, with way better image quality. So these are the best travel cameras, which you can buy in this year. If you know any other travel cameras, which we missed in the video, you can tell us the name in the comment. Thanks for watching. Like and comment. Subscribe.